everyone, my name is Sara Podejko and I'm the Registrar at the Milwaukee Public Museum, and I'm here today on the Question with an Expert series to talk to you about the question, how do museums conserve objects? So the first thing I really want you all to know is that right at the beginning, museums are put at a disadvantage when trying to conserve objects due to something called inherent vice. Now, a good example of inherent vice would be if you've ever tried to conserve a newspaper clipping. You'll notice that your newspaper, within a few years, will have turned color. It will be brittle and fragile and prone to breaking. In short, the material has started to break down. Now, this is a perfect example of inherent vice, which is simply the natural breakdown of the materials that comprise an object due to their instability. And unfortunately, every object is prone to this process in some regard. So that makes conservation a race against time. All right, let's get back to it. Let's talk about how we conserve our objects. One of the primary ways we do this is by employing a series of preventive measures that we call preventive conservation. And we start the process of preserving our objects from physical harm by utilizing the proper storage and handling and exhibit techniques. So for instance, our objects are almost never in contact with any material that isn't inert and acid-free. We utilize gloves, like these, in order to make sure that the oils from our hands are not transferred to the objects that we're handling. We utilize specialized storage boxes and exhibit mounts in order to stabilize our objects, and we minimize the amount of handling that each object receives. All of these things help us prevent physical damage from happening to the object. So now that I've talked a little bit about how we protect our objects from physical harm, I want to talk about how we protect our objects from mechanical and chemical harm as well. Now, one of the hallmarks of preventive conservation is the idea of controlling the environment surrounding an object in the form of controlling the temperature, relative humidity, and light exposure. Now, I know we've all experienced what it's like to be in a climate that's the proper temperature and relative humidity. Objects are no different. And so at the museum, we strive to maintain a very strict and even temperature and relative humidity level, one that is specifically calculated for each of the material types that might make up an object. Jointly, we also limit the amount of light exposure that our objects receive so that we can prevent things like color fading or an increase in their rate of deterioration. We're able to do all of this without physically touching the object itself. It's kind of great. So that's it. That's a whirlwind introduction to preventive conservation. Thank you for watching, and please join us next time for the Question with an Expert series.